I've given you here 4 sources. In the top left, I've given you a source, which is a map relating to a thing called the Schlieffen Plan. The Schlieffen Plan has a brief explanation on it, so let's have a look at this. Hopefully you can recognize this area on the map from your previous maps and get a sense of it. There's Belgium, there's France, this must be Britain, there's Holland. So we've got a bit of a close-up looking at what these large black areas might be, as explained in the key. Look at this idea, neutral countries whose territory the Germans plan to advance through. I wonder where it's talking about. We have French fortresses through this area. So I wonder why this matters. I wonder what this map is showing. Perhaps the other sources can give us a hand. I've also given you 2 British recruiting posters. So we've just looked at an Australian one. 2 British recruiting posters from 1914. The first one with the headline, Remember Belgium, Enlist Today. One might assume this is a particular person. I don't know what army he would be. Let's have a think about that. What might be burning in the background? We have women and children seeming to be moving away from the fires. I wonder where those fires are. I wonder how that might connect to the main heading of that poster. So take a moment to write on that poster, scribble on it, think about what it might be suggesting. The second source is a little bit different. It's still a poster, but it's got very different information on it. Maybe it'll be important to read the information on that poster. Write on it. Think about what's being said here. When we look at these 2 posters, do they tell a bit of a story together? Do they say something further that might help us with this map? Our third source that I've given you, well, really 4th, source number 3, is an American newspaper from New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is right out near Texas. And look at its heading, from August 1914. And August 1914 matters. I wonder what happened in August 1914. I seem to have said it both in the question up here and made a point talking about it there. So August 14, we've got a headline, we've got a sub-headline, we've got comments here. I wonder what this is telling us. I wonder why it all matters. Let's see, after you've looked at those sources, if you can answer this question, perhaps with a little bit of research, a little bit of reading, a little bit of checking yourself against online sources that might be reliable. Think them through. Here's what I'd like you to write down now, an answer to, what's the Schlieffen Plan? What is this? Why is Mr. Wall asking you an obscure plan from an obscure time? Maybe we need to think about it. Maybe it matters. If it does matter, number 2, why is it important to the history of the 1914-18 war? You've probably never heard of the Schlieffen Plan. I'm now asking you why it matters. A very important question to ask in history. Now, number 3, even more importantly, why does it matter for us in Australia? Well, I'm giving you a clue here. I'm saying it's got something to do with the reasons why Australia went to war. So, what I want you to do now is to work out how does the Schlieffen Plan provide a reason for Australia going to war. Good luck.